Really, Karceno? That's Karceno. That's Karceno yelling, John! John! That's Karceno. I ride with you, John, he said. He's calling him by his first name. Karceno just said, I ride with you, John. That's what he said. He just said, hey, I rock with John. He's trying to chant Cena, Cena, Cena. Yo, Karceno is marking out. All right, they have a term in wrestling, like marking out. Like he's marking out right now. This is crazy. Everybody around him is starting to chant, Cena sucks. Karceno yelled out, don't worry about it, John. While people around are chanting, Cena sucks. And there is Karceno marking out to the old fashioned cheap pop. And everybody proceeds to chant, Cena sucks. All right. I just thought that was funny, man. Karceno marking out. Um, it's just a show. It's just for fun. I get it, but it's just funny. I mean, he marked out. I mean, he went all out, like calling him John and don't worry about it, John, and I got you. I mean, he just marked out. I mean, this dude just marked out for John Cena. He went all out. I'm gonna make sure I leave the video in the description box. All right, so you guys can check that out. All right, he went all out for John Cena, chanting John, John, and Cena, Cena, and don't worry about it, John. I got you. I ride with you. Right, just marked out. You know, and when John Cena said, "There's nothing like being here in the All-State Arena in Chicago," you know, Karceno marked out. Okay, he went for the cheap pop, and he went all out. Yeah, you know, okay. It's all good though. It's all good. All right. This shit's hilarious, man. I mean, holy shit. The whole arena chanting Cena sucks and Karceno, they're like, yeah, I got you, John. Me and you, John. We go far back. Now, it's all good. It's all good. Um, right. So first of all, I'm not gonna go over every little thing. I'm not, but just some quick stuff. First of all, overall, it was a pretty decent show. It was solid actually. Better than decent. It was solid. All right. Um, very good show. Very good show. Much better than Monday Night Raw. I can tell you that right now. For many reasons. First of all, it's just 2 hours. All right. And when you watch it on DVR within an hour, you're done watching that shit. Right. I mean, Monday Night Raw, like, holy shit. 3 hours, and then they go to commercials when the match starts. They come back from commercial, and then they end the match in a minute. Now, that's fucking Monday Night Raw. Right. Tonight on Smackdown, it was about pro wrestling. How about that? There was some good matches. Entertaining matches. I enjoyed the matches. All right. First of all, John Cena comes out. I'm not a fan of John Cena. I can't stand John Cena. But apparently, a lot of people like him, like Karceno. Right. And it's all good. So he plays to that crowd, and some of them mark out. Some people just boo the guy because they don't like him. He's supposed to be the hero, the guy everybody cheers, but he's not. All right. Now, excuse me. I don't know. Anyway, really quick. So the tag team championships, the Wyatts lost the tag team championships. I don't know what the Usos and the other team are doing there, to be honest. The Rhino and what's his name? Heath Slater. I don't know. I'm not really sure why did this. Why did they do a 4-way tag team match? I have no idea. Okay, but it was a good match nonetheless. Okay, maybe I don't watch it every week, so somebody could type it in the comment section why that happened. I have no idea. Was it just a last minute decision? I don't know. So anyway, American Alpha won the tag team championships, and that was awesome. All right. Yeah. American Alpha is by far the best tag team in the WWE. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, I don't care what you want to call it. They are the best in the entire company. My problem, though, is I honestly believe they should have wanted one of the big pay-per-views, like the Royal Rumble or probably even WrestleMania. They don't really save moments for WrestleMania anymore. Very rarely do you see a team or a singles wrestler win their first championship of anything at WrestleMania. They haven't done that, the more I think about it, in a long time. All right, nothing really significant. Nothing that comes off the top of my head. I mean, I remember, I believe the Macho Man, Randy Savage, won his first world title, WWE title at WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels won his first world championship at WrestleMania. There was, it was a whole boyhood dream storyline. In this case, for the tag team championships, even if American Alpha goes on to win it again or something at WrestleMania, it's not the same anymore because you gave away this moment on free TV. But overall, it was a good match, and they are the best team in the WWE. I just think they should have waited a little more to get a bigger payoff out of it, but I don't want to mark out like Karceno or something, so we're going to let it be. And I did not mark out. Don't worry about it. I don't mark out to wrestling, right? Unless something crazy happens, right? The last time I marked out, I can't lie, okay. At TLC, when AJ Styles, all right, had Ambrose on a table on the outside, right? And he went to the top rope and did that fucking like double flip and landed perfectly on the table, all right, on top of Dean Ambrose. I marked out, right? But that's the last time I remember marking out. Right now, the women's SmackDown's women's championship, pretty decent match. The only thing about Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch, man, and this is just the women in general. I don't know. They have a lot of catching up to do. A lot of sloppiness, they make a lot of mistakes. Right? If the men made this many mistakes, I mean, they would get crucified for it. right? So I'm all about equality and all that, but you got to produce matches of the same quality if you want equal treatment. That's all I have to say, right? And yeah, I'm gonna say it. These women, all right, botch a lot of shit. They fuck up a lot. Right? They'll throw a kick from like 5 feet away, and the other girl acts like she just got hit or something. I mean, it's terrible. That didn't happen in this match, but I'm just giving you an example, right? And there are times where they do good moves, so they do some good stuff, right? But I don't know. They have a lot of catching up to do. It's not fully their fault. I mean, the WWE didn't really push women's wrestling for a long time. Um, they had them in pillow fights and shit like that. You know, the divas. They called them divas, and so they're just starting to really have them, do legitimate matches. I really wish they would have the women do the punches more. I mean, they're not real punches. What is it about the WWE that doesn't really want to have the women punch each other? They don't want to have them do fake punches against each other. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's part of wrestling. Stomp your foot on the mat and imitate a punch already. Jeez. Right? Like, they don't want to have the women do close-fisted hits on each other. They do it a lot less or not at all. I mean, maybe I'm missing some. But anyway, the Luchadora comes out, cost Becky Lynch the match. Who is that girl? I have no idea. Right? I know it's a black girl from what I could see, or at least someone who's very dark skinned, or either a dark skinned Latina or a black girl, because you could see it through the mask. So who knows who it is? I have no idea. Right? So that's that match. It was a good match, though. Don't get me wrong. All right, and don't get me wrong. The women's wrestling has gotten a lot better. But we have to. I'm all for equal, but if you want equal treatment, you need to give equal work, in the ring. So I'm an equal opportunist, right? That's what I am. So I get it. You don't want women to be featured in bra and panty matches and pillow matches and those joke of a matches or whatever, right? I get it. You want to be taken serious. You want to be on main events on Raw and Smackdown and maybe even pay-per-views. But if you're going to do that, you need to give the same quality, right, that the men do. That's all. And I think they can do it. They do it once in a while, but we'll see. Anyway, I think Alexa Bliss needs a little bit of work. I'll say that. But for what it's worth, it was a decent match. Right now, what about? I'll do this. I did not write notes for this, so whatever. Right. The Miz had like a segment in the back. I don't know what's going on with that. Why is he feuding with the interviewer? I have no idea, to be honest with you. Okay, maybe I missed something. I'm missing a lot. I didn't watch it last week, so. But for whatever reason, Ambrose jumped them, and then I guess they're going to have a match next week for the Intercontinental Championship. It's good to see the Intercontinental Championship be taken serious again, because it was not taken serious for many years, right? And it's actually, because of the brand split, it's a second-tier title, like it should be, all right? And it's good to see it being taken very serious. I think The Miz is doing a good job as Intercontinental Champion. Let's go and just, I know I have a feeling I'm missing something here. I know I am, but I'm just going to go ahead and go to the main event here. The main event was a very good match. Okay, Corbin, Ziggler, AJ Styles. AJ Styles looked a little slower than usual, right? I heard he had like a minor injury, so that's probably why it's a triple threat match. And usually when they do triple threat matches, especially when they're done last minute, it's to help a wrestler, get through the match. All right. He has some form of injury. So Corbin looked good here. They did what they had to do with him. They made him look like a beast. They had him do power moves. Big guys, especially something like a triple threat match, Battle Royal, where it's multiple competitors. It's a very good opportunity to make them look very strong, even if they don't ultimately win the match, which is they did a good job with that. I really like the ending. the end of days move is actually a pretty good looking move, right? It's a very good looking move, especially when he counters it from Ziggler. I think I've seen him do that before because they had a feud a couple months ago, but it's been a while. It's been a while here. It's in the main event of Smackdown, so it was a very good spot. AJ Styles with a phenomenal forearm on Corbin, and he takes advantage of the down Ziggler in 1, 2, 3. John Cena comes out, confronts him, right? And there you go. Right? That's apparently, I guess John Cena's going to be wrestling AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. You're welcome. Right? So, to me, there's about a 90% chance they're going to have AJ Styles drop the title to John Cena. Royal Rumble. Which is a shame, right? I know Karceno's going to love it. I know that. I mean, there's no doubt Karceno's going to love that moment, right? He's going to mark out, right? So they've really been pushing the whole tying Ric Flair's record for amount of titles won, which I never really got, to be honest. Right? I never understood what's the prestige in winning the title that many times. Like 15 times? That means you lost it 15 times. There was a time in wrestling where that wasn't really bragged about. Right? It became a thing, especially in the early 2000s, like with Triple H and kind of doing the whole 10 times world champion, and then John Cena passed that, and I don't know. But I get it, right? And I do believe they want to have John Cena break that record, of Ric Flair. And by beating AJ Styles, he will tie the record. And they can always have him drop it to AJ Styles again to then maybe, I don't know, have him break the record by beating AJ Styles again. Ironically enough. I don't know if it will be AJ Styles. I don't know if they'll wait until maybe WrestleMania 34 or something to have him break the record. I don't know when they'll do it, but I know they're going to eventually do it. Now, I say 90% chance because you never know, right? Maybe, just maybe, they decide, no, we're going to let AJ Styles keep the title, have AJ go to WrestleMania as champion, which I believe AJ Styles has earned. Who's the best wrestler of the year? Come on, it's AJ Styles. It's not even close. It's not even close, right? He's put on the best matches consistently for this whole year since he made his debut at the Royal Rumble last year. I think it was like the third or fourth entrant or something like that. Real early entrant. And got a huge pop. Didn't even know if people were going to recognize him. Because he was a big star in TNA and Ring of Honor and independent scene, but he was never in the WWE. And since then, some of it took some work, but in the very early going, I thought they were just doing a terrible job. Right? So first it seemed like they didn't know what to do with AJ Styles. And to me, with someone with that talent, AJ Styles needs to be, right, in the main event. That's where he belongs. Right? You can't put AJ Styles in the mid-card to start, because it's once they see AJ Styles, nothing else is going to look impressive. Right? So he needs to be up there in the card. And I think they realize this, especially because, first of all, they put him in there with Chris Jericho, which is a good call. Right? Chris Jericho's a good guy to kind of start off with, right? To get used to that WWE whatever style, okay? And Jericho's really good on the mic, right? So Jericho AJ Styles okay on the mic. He's not amazing, but I'll tell you this, he's gotten better. AJ Styles, he's not amazing still, but he's improved a lot on the mic. And mostly because he does a lot better as a heel, as a bad guy. He does a lot better. right? It's still a little corny at times. Like, I'm the man that runs the camp, or the champ that runs the camp. That's corny. Okay, they probably wrote that for him. But like his, beat up John Cena stuff was really cool with the club. I wish he was still with the club. Um, but when he went solo, they rode with him, man. They had him feud with Chris Jericho. He was the face against Chris Jericho, though, right? And for whatever reason, they had Chris Jericho beat him at WrestleMania. I thought, man, what a stupid decision. Now the next night on Raw, they had him win a 4-way where he became the number 1 contender, right? So it made up immediately for it. But first of all, him and Chris Jericho put on a far better match in the despicable main event that was Roman Reigns and Triple H. It was the match of the night. I don't think any match was better than that. Some of the matches were okay. Undertaker versus Shane McMahon was a terrible match. It's probably the worst match of the year. What? Because, there was a spot where he jumped off of the fucking cage. That's it. That's the only thing that was intriguing about the matchup. You knew the Undertaker was going to move out of the way. You knew he was going to fall on the fucking table. But it was watching a fucking car wreck. It wasn't a good wrestling match. When you looked at the psychology and the quality of AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho, it was one of the best matches of that night at WrestleMania. And they had him lose. But I think they realized, man, this guy is high quality. And he's full-time. So they had him feud with Roman Reigns. Now, they still had him as a tweener against Roman Reigns early on in the, and then eventually he turned or whatever with the club. In fact, actually, I don't think he ever fully turned. I think the club was like helping him, but he didn't want help from the club or something like that. He later turned into the John Cena feud, right? But then you had the Usos getting involved against the club. I mean, it was just whatever, right? But my point is, they try to bury him against Roman Reigns. But what's important here is, even with Roman Reigns in the ring, AJ Styles put on one of the best matches of the year. 2 pay-per-views in a row. I mean, you came out of those matches like, wow, that was actually an entertaining match. Well, you don't think that was Roman Reigns that did that, do you? No, that was AJ Styles. AJ Styles did that. And then they had him feud. And then they had him lose again, man. I think they had AJ Styles lose another match on Raw. I forgot who he lost against. I'm trying to remember. It was like the main event. It was for a qualification match, I believe, for Money in the Bank. And they had him lose again. It was still one of the best matches of the night, but they had him lose. I think it was Kevin Owens, actually, that they had him lose to. And then, as much as I hate the guy, right, you got to give John Cena credit, because he put AJ Styles over. When AJ Styles walked out to the ring, when John Cena had come back from a temporary hiatus, AJ Styles got in the ring and the crowd went crazy because they knew this was the flagship guy. The guy that Karceno goes crazy for, right? And John Cena, that's Karceno's boy, right? John! I ride with you, John! Karceno said, I ride with you, John. Right? And then there was AJ Styles, the indie guy. The guy that's been successful in TNA, New Japan, the whole nine. They were there face to face. I would have bet anybody. I swear to God, I had lost hope in the WWE by then. I literally said, man, this is it. They're going to feed this guy to John Cena. his career's gonna go down. They're gonna fucking bury his ass. I mean, to losing to Jericho, Roman Reigns, he lost like literally like 4 straight pay-per-views in a row. He fucking lost. Wrestlers don't recover from that, right? They just don't. That's usually a sign of like, dude, like they don't want you to succeed. You're a loser. Get the fuck out of here, right? But AJ Styles won the people over. Even in losing, you can't deny the reaction from the crowds. All right? First of all, the fans know it's all kayfabe. They know Vince McMahon over there decided who's going to win that match. Right? But the reactions that they give tells you who really was the winner. When they were cheering for AJ Styles but booing Roman Reigns, that told you who was a real winner, right? When they and in wrestling that matters, right? When they were cheering for AJ Styles and booing John Cena, after all that, first they had AJ Styles beat him, but he cheated to win, right? Most of us predicted that this is it. Okay, he's going to get that. Cena always comes back. He overcomes everything, and then he beats him clean in the rematch, right? Cena kept saying, you don't have the balls to beat me clean. You need the help from the club, blah, 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 right? And the WWE came to its senses. I mean, it's very rarely they come to their senses, but they came to their senses. And they said, yeah, you know what? Okay, fine. Yeah, AJ Styles is not a WWE creation. Right? We didn't create, didn't go through our, rookie program. We didn't mold him into what he is. But holy shit, he's the best talent on the roster. Or one of. Top 3, easy. To me, he's the best. Rollins is close, right? Some other guys are close, but AJ Styles is the best in the company. They had AJ Styles not only beat Cena clean, right? They had him kick out of Cena's finisher more than once. And that put AJ Styles over, right? After that, they had him win the championship. They had him defend the championship. Right? They had him lead a team in Survivor Series. That he defended the championship again at TLC, and probably the best match of the year, not including like NXT and other stuff like the Cruiserweight Classic. And then here he is. He got put over here. Pin Ziggler. When you look at this guy's year, his body of work, almost every pay-per-view, the match of the night, probably the best match of the year, has his name on it. The greatest moments in wrestling matches on the WWE, his name on it, his stamp on it. This was the year of AJ Styles. Best wrestler of the year in the WWE. Period. The best entertainer, if that's what you want to call it. And then on top of that, he's a great heel. He's gotten better on the mic. He was cringeworthy when he was doing the mic against Chris Jericho. Part of it because he was a face, right? But boy, I don't know if he was nervous. I don't know what it was, but he didn't look nervous while wrestling. But on the mic, I don't know if he was always that bad, but he was very cringeworthy. Look, in wrestling, this is the way it works in wrestling, right? If you're phenomenal, which happens to be AJ Styles' nickname, in the ring, you can get away with not being very good on the mic, right? And if you are very good at the mic, like can really work a crowd, I'm talking like The Rock, like Ric Flair, somebody like that, Roddy Piper, the Macho Man. When you're very good on the mic, you don't have to be an AJ Styles in the ring. You can be passable, right? Now, with that said, while they're pushing Roman Reigns, who sucks in the ring and is not very good in the mic, that's beyond me. All right, so don't ask me that question. But this is about AJ Styles, and this is the fact that he has been, to me, coming in the WWE, he took over the place. I mean, that's what he did. Now, it's going to come full circle, and the reason I say it's a 90% chance he's going to have to give up that belt because, one, I'm sure the WWE wants John Cena to tie that Ric Flair record for world championships or whatever, right? Also, John Cena wants his get back. Like, okay, I put you over. You got you got in the limelight. Everybody knows you're a main eventer now, but now it's time for me to get my get back. You beat me once by cheating. You beat me again in the rematch clean. Now it's my turn to beat you. And then that's basically what this is, right? From there, what are they going to do with John Cena? I hear rumors they're going to have John Cena versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33, which is, it's going to be a name, right? I mean, Karceno is going to go crazy for it, right? But I think the match is going to suck. The Undertaker is so old. Right? The Undertaker could barely move. John Cena needs somebody that can carry him. I mean, by the way, even the matches with John Cena were phenomenal matches thanks to AJ Styles, right? So he's going to need, I don't know what they're going to do with that. But that's very interesting. I know that's going to be a terrible match, right? If they actually go with that. Now, if you go with AJ Styles versus The Undertaker, then look, The Undertaker doesn't have to do anything, right? AJ Styles will take care of everything, and the match will be passable at the very least, right? He'll make it work. He'll find a way. Because that's what great talent does, right? With John Cena, I don't know. The match is going to suck, right? And they might have The Undertaker beat him, and then later on he could win the title, okay? But there's rumors that The Undertaker's going to retire at WrestleMania 33. Cena, right? And then retires. They might do some bullshit, either Cena versus AJ Styles again, or like some little tournament, and then John Cena wins it again or something, right? And then he'll break the record. I could totally see them thinking along those lines, right? But I don't know. Hopefully, I don't see them having AJ Styles beat him again. I just don't. I do not envision. If they want to do Cena versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33 for The Undertaker's last match, if they want to honestly do that, then how about you have The Undertaker cost John Cena the match at the Royal Rumble and have AJ Styles go into WrestleMania as the champion and put someone else over at WrestleMania? A young talent, someone that deserves that push. Or have AJ Styles retain the title at WrestleMania. Have him keep going. They can do it. This guy has the talent to carry main event after main event, no matter who you put him in the ring with. Have him, the WWE has problems with CM Punk right now. Have him break CM Punk's record. Right? He's already held it for a couple months. WrestleMania won't be until April. Might as well just go for the record. Go for broke. So just have them go ahead and just have them break. You guys, you're breaking records anyway. Have them break CM Punk's record of the modern era, quote unquote. Just have them break it. You could do something like that. Have AJ Styles lose it at WrestleMania 34. Can the WWE make that happen? I believe they can. This guy is that talented. He is that talented. He really is. That's how talented AJ Styles is. Now, my only concern is, do they have enough in the roster to make that happen? Right? that's number one. But they could make it happen. But unfortunately, they're going to go the route of John Cena winning the title. And they always do this right before WrestleMania. They do the whole, we're not going to give you what you want. Right? I don't get it. I really don't. How about you have AJ Styles wrestle The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33? The Phenom versus the Phenomenal. Have AJ Styles beat The Undertaker. That would be huge. And have him go on to break that record. They can do it. They can. Right? You could have them feud with one guy for a good 2 months. Right? And carry that on for another year. They can easily do it. Easily. Right? He doesn't have to defend the title on SmackDown. Just do it on pay-per-views. And I'm telling you, it can go a long way. All right? That's what I would do anyway. If I was booking the shows, that's what I would do. Because AJ Styles belongs in the main event. You can't put AJ Styles, all right, on the undercard of any pay-per-view. You can't. Now, with that said, that's enough of that discussion, right? And whoever says Rollins or Roman Reigns should be the wrestler of the year, get the fuck out of here, okay? You cannot be a guy that's carried every fucking match and be the wrestler of the year. John Cena was off half the year, okay? Seth Rollins was injured for a couple months. I mean, get the fuck out of here, all right? Don't even bring up Balor. The dude was champion for 1 day and got hurt. Right? 1 day he got hurt. 1 day. And he got hurt. Okay, he was champion for 1 day. Ridiculous. You got AJ Styles doing flips all over the place and dropping on tables. He gets minor injuries, still goes out there. Still puts on better matches than anybody in the roster with a minor knee injury or whatever the fuck he had. All right? Now, let me, before I end this video, something that the WWE is screwing up big time. Now, there's some stuff they're doing now that I like, right? But first of all, I refuse to watch 205 live. I refuse it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. No, but the matches are great. I'm sure they are great, but they don't mean anything. Because all they're going to do is put them on on Raw. It's ridiculous what they do with these cruiserweights. It's ridiculous, right? I mean, no one should be outshining the cruiserweights, right? I mean, what are they doing with the cruiserweight division? This is all you have to do, WWE. This is all you have to do, right? You own the archive. Go back, go look at what the WCW was doing with the cruiserweight division, and follow that blueprint. That's all you have to do. Let them go. Let these dudes go. Well, I did watch the Cruiserweight Classic. Okay? And I'm telling you, a lot of those matches put anything you see on Raw, SmackDown, even their pay-per-views to shame. Some of those matches were amazing. All right? Not even AJ Styles was in matches that good. So, I mean, but it's in the network. It's the fucking Cruiserweight Classic, right? And they put them on Raw. What do they do? Dang, okay, we'll be back from commercial break. Really? So you decided to show, you thought their entrances were more important than the start of the fucking match. Are you fucking shitting me? They come back from commercial break. There's 1 or 2 minutes of action, and 1, 2, 3, the match is over. What the fuck was that? Are you fucking shitting me? 2-minute matches on Raw? The cruiserweights? First of all, every Raw should start with a cruiserweight match. That's it. Everybody, welcome to Raw. We're going to open up with the Cruiserweight Championship. Just do it every fucking Monday. All right, you're supposed to start the show with the Cruiserweights. All right? And let them go. There's no reason a Cruiserweight match should look identical to the heavyweights. There's no reason. At that point, why do you even have a Cruiserweight division? They should be fast-paced, and yes, not all of it, but they should have a lot of high-flying, right? And you need to let them go. Let them take risk, right? That's it. Let them take some risk. They have a shitload of cruiserweights. If one of them gets injured, it really is what it is. Let them go. Let them go. Or you got to let them go. Like you did in that Cruiserweight Classic, just like that. Let them go. Give them an opportunity to tell a story. Right now, one thing I do like is we got Neville in the Cruiserweight division. Great call. Very good call. Right? And that's going to give it a boost. Right? So I really do like Neville a lot. Right? And they weren't doing anything with Neville anyway. Neville wasn't doing shit. Right, so they put him in and why isn't Kalisto in the Cruiserweight division? Well, what the fuck is he doing on Raw? You need Kalisto in the Cruiserweight division. That's what you need. Come on. Get the fuck out of here. Right? The WWE needs to hire someone that is exclusive to the Cruiserweight division, right? That just a specific writer for the Cruiserweight division that writes storylines for the Cruiserweight division, and that's all they do. Maybe they already have that, but if they do, they're doing a terrible job. But because let me tell you something. On Raw, what they're doing with the Cruiserweights, that has I don't give a fuck about them written all over it. Okay? It has Vince McMahon written all over that shit. Because on other stuff, they do a great job. Right? I keep hearing people tell me that 205 Live is awesome. Oh yeah, 205 Live. You got to watch 205 Live. I'm not going to watch another hour of wrestling every fucking week. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, it's a boycott. I'm not doing it. Right? If they don't give a fuck on Raw, which is the main show, why am I going to give a fuck on 205 Live? For what? The 205 Live is supposed to set up the storylines that they play on Raw. What's the fucking point? No, but they had this 20-minute match. It was awesome. And what is it at the end? What does it mean? That they go to Raw and they have a 2-minute match? What does it mean? So Vince McMahon can shrug his shoulders and act like he doesn't give a fuck about them? I mean, Vince McMahon and the WWE don't even understand that another division could create far more stars for them. They don't even understand that. I mean, I don't understand what is it that Vince McMahon doesn't get. In New Japan, they do a great job, promoting different divisions. The WWE is literally incapable of having another division and taking it serious. I mean, they literally treat the Cruiserweight division like it's the bottom of the barrel or something. Instead of promoting it as, no, it's just another weight class, which people understand. Because people watch boxing, they watch MMA. When you watch the UFC, they don't make the light heavyweight division feel like it's inferior to the heavyweight division. They don't even talk about that. Or they don't make you feel that way anyway. In the WWE, when they have a cruiserweight division, I mean, they do a terrible job at making you take it serious. Let me give you an example of something they did I think it was a month or two ago, which was stupid. At Survivor Series, they had Kalisto versus Kendrick. They're having a pretty decent match. It was okay, right? Instead of just having a match end cleanly or something, they had Corbin come in and lay both guys out. Lay out the Cruiserweight champion and the challenger out. For what? To make Corbin look like a badass? That had Vince McMahon written all over it. I got an idea. Yeah, let's have them just crush the little teeny little weeny guys. You know? For what? What's the point of that? They shouldn't even have heavyweights anywhere near the cruiserweights. Whenever there's a cruiserweight match on TV, the heavyweights and the storyline should not matter in the equation. Treat it like another different division. Right? Now, there's certain guys that are special, like Neville's a special talent. You know, you can always have him, like, you know, move up and campaign against the bigger guys at a later time. And that's going to bring credibility to the cruiserweight division in the future. But in the meantime, you need to keep away from this whole... I mean, it's only a matter of time before they have Strowman walk out and lay out the entire fucking cruiserweight division or something. It's only a matter of time before Vince McMahon gets this fucking brilliant idea. I got an idea. Let's do a 6-on-6 cruiserweight match and then have Strowman come out and just lay them all out. You know? And which first of all, come on. I understand they're cruiserweights, but they're like 200 pounds or 180 pounds. They're not like fucking... They're not straw weights. Like, calm down, all right? Okay. So instead of promoting the title, right, saying, you know, they could even promote the scale thing. You know, that this guy cut down in weight, you know, or whatever, you know, and instead of doing something like that, you know, that they're just treating the whole cruiserweight division like it's a division for little kids or something, right? Terrible, terrible. And on top of that, they don't even have them, you know, do great matches. You know, it's dumb. Here's a start. Why don't you call the Cruiserweight Championship the World Cruiserweight Championship? Why don't you just call it that? No, we can't call it World Championship. They're little guys. You see, this logic that they have is terrible. So if you're not gonna, I've always been in the belief that if you're gonna do something, do it right. Right? If wrestling is art imitating life, then do that. Right? Then do that. That's not what they're doing here. Anyway, those are my thoughts. All right. Those are my thoughts. By the way, check out Karceno marking out, right, for John Cena. Shit's insane. Go to Karceno's channel. I just look at him marking out for John Cena. The shit's hilarious, but it's all in good fun. That's what wrestling's about, right? If you went to a wrestling show and had a great time, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. All right? If you roll with John Cena, man, you roll hard. You know? That's it. Anyway, I'm out.